This time around, for the very first time, I must attest to you that Zimbabweans have united across political divides, especially following the untimely passing away of a Zimbabwean hero and a liberation fighter, war veteran, that is Comrade Blessed Runesu Geza, and also popularly known as Bombshell. Blessed Geza is a former ZANU-PF MP who fought in the 1970s Bush War. He later criticized Emerson Mnangagwa's rule as corrupt and begged protest against term extensions before fleeing to exile. Tributes continue to pour following the death of this unique hero, amongst the so-called heroes in Zimbabwe. Greetings and welcome to your lovely channel, the Tonipani Global News. If you are watching us for the very first time, please do remember to press the red or black subscribe button so that next time when we beam live, you become the very first one to watch us. At least both this time around, ZANU-PF people as well as the members of the opposition joined the Blessed Geza family in actually sending heartfelt condolences, though some we know that they are afraid to do so, but a lot of people have pledged to actually continue with the reasonable and also not just reasonable but real cause of Blessed Geza that strike the heart of Zimbabwe. I have seen also, I will not read some of the messages that I have read them before in some of the live broadcasts. Professor Lovemore Maduku, I didn't read his message, I'll be reading it. He says, "Rest in peace, comrade Blessed Bombshell Geza. My condolences to your family and comrades. In your memory and honor, the attempts to amend the constitution to extend the president's term to 2030 will be fought and defeated." That is a strong statement that has been issued by actually Lovemore Maduku. Even the critic of Blessed Geza this time around had to send something reasonable. Temba Mliso for the very first time saying Sekuru Geza was a man who stood for what he believed in, for that he earned respect. While there may be differences over approach and tactics, the underlying cause remained his love for the country. For that and also his liberation credentials, he deserves to be a national hero. That statement on its own is actually mouthful, coming even from the people who did not like Blessed Geza. A lot of people actually commenting following the death of this hero, that is Blessed Geza Bombshell, both from opposition as well as also Tabani Mpofu. Also, I think I read this one. I will not be repeating it, but I must attest to you. You know, it actually hurt a lot of Zimbabweans. Then there is a retired Lieutenant General, I'm trying to Sikauke Mapranga. He wrote this: as a retired general who served alongside comrades in the liberation struggle, I pen this with a heavy heart. Comrade Geza, Comrade Bombshell Zorai Murukare, Murume Wewondo. I am retired General Winston Sikauke Mapranga, one of the many who walked the dusty paths of the Bush War with you and our fellow fighters. Through our paths, though our paths may not have crossed directly in every operation, your name echoed in the ranks, bold, fearless, a true son of the soil who carried the spirit of Chimrenga. Long after the guns fell silent, you fought the colonial enemy with courage then. And in these recent years, you turned that same fire towards injustice at home. Whether people agreed with you every word or not, no one can deny you spoke from the heart as a war veteran who refused to stay quiet when the revolution seemed betrayed. That takes a different kind of bravery. Now you have crossed to the ancestors. May the eternal peace you fought for in life finally embrace you. May your family find strength, and may the young ones remember what a real fighter looks like, not in uniform alone, but in conviction. Rest in eternal peace, Comrade Geza. Aluta continua. Your struggle inspires even in silence. From the old trenches, this is a retired general penning, actually a very, very painful. The instigator also saying Zimbabwean Blessed Runesu Geza, commonly known as Bombshell Geza, has sadly passed away. May his soul rest in peace. Almost all Zimbabweans united. I see this South African publication, also News 24, carried out the story of Blessed Runesu Geza. You see, it's quite a really painful story. People expressing themselves. Someone saying, Chofamba saying, this is the face of sacrifice, twice over. Let me read. The first time there was no choice, caught between the rock of colonialism and the hard place of African misery. The second time in later life, on reflection and from a position of liberation, credentials, privilege, and all the access to the good life these credentials bring, but the indictment of liberation privilege weighed heavily on Geza's mind. Yes, you have made it. Yes, you are eating, but what about the people? And this is precisely the question that brought most of us to the knowledge of Comrade Bombshell. Make of him what you will, but what the men sacrificed twice over is undeniable. Rest in peace, Bombshell. Someone saying, I mean, quoting Blessed Geza before he actually passed away. Someone says he died on the side of the masses. He tried, I like this statement, I think I read it yesterday. He tried to convince Zimbabweans to rise and fight for their rights. He knew the monster better than us. He spoke the language of democrats. We cry with the Geza family, Zororai Murukare, Sekuru Geza. So Zimbabweans actually, someone saying, I mean, Honorable Tadenda Eima Betera, let me hear what she is saying. I really was hoping I would get an opportunity in this life to meet you in person, since I never got this chance in the last 39 years of my life. Unfortunately, we plan, but God knows the final day of each and every one of us. My heartfelt condolences, RIP Comrade. That's nice. Someone says, okay, let me not read more, but what is quite clear and common amongst Zimbabweans, same Zimbabwean, of course, Jameson Z team are saying, we mourn the passing of Runesu Geza, Comrade Bombshell, a liberation war veteran and principled patriot. He stood firm against 2030 corruption and cartel state capture. Unbought, unbroken, uncompromised, Zimbabwe salutes a true son of the soil. Let's remember that when Blessed Geza died, Emerson Dambuzo Mnangagwa regime burnt down his home. They burnt down his assets, sending thugs to actually destroy everything that Blessed Geza had. This is a man who sacrificed all he had, and in the interest of actually achieving equality and justice for all the Zimbabweans. Promise Mkwana saying, rest well, sir. You ran your race, spoke truth to power, and fought a good fight. With you, it was what you see is what you get. I have deep respect for your courage and forthrightness. I hope we have more Zimbabweans that can stand and speak to power like you did, even at great personal sacrifice. I also wish that those of us that remain can do something about the information that you gave us concerning the looting and plunder of our country. Rest in peace, fighter. One day we will recognize you. Zimbabweans, across, you can see it's across political divide, and I'm speaking sane Zimbabweans. They are actually mourning the passing away of Blessed Geza. It shocked a lot of people. Obed Masaru was saying, go well, great fighter. We will immortalize your fighting spirit. Your struggle was not in vain. Zimbabwe belongs to us all. People vowing to actually fight, continue the fight that was started by Blessed Geza, the man who spoke with clarity. Thank you very much for watching us. If you are watching us for the very first time, please do remember to press the red or black subscribe button so that next time when we beam live, you become the very first one to watch us. You can financially support this channel by pressing the join button and be part of our members who are the heartbeat of this channel. You can equally do so by pressing the thanks button and send us stars. Okanqu Mhlabane is signing off. Let me love and